Let's start with names. Names are probably the most important thing about clean code. Many of the stuff I will talk about today will be taken care of by Visual Studio to some extent, but names is completely in your hand. There are a few rules for naming things. Name things as what they are, avoid disinformation, make meaningful distinctions, use pronounceable names, use searchable names, functions should include a verb. So let's have a look at this code. Let's pretend this is some project of mine that is running away on my hard drive and I haven't looked at it in over a year, because that is what it is. You see here a lot of variables are being defined, but you can probably immediately see that, well, we have no clue what is going on. So we have this variable right at the top. So it was probably something that is very central to the script because it is the first thing I wrote down. And it's just labeled T. No idea what this could be. We have here something that's called loose condition, which is weird. Usually you would expect it written with one O because it is probably the case when the player will lose the game, but we have no idea. The same here is just TF. I have no idea what this might be. Well, let's think back to our rules now. Name things as what they are. T is nothing. Avoid disinformation. Increase factor. It could increase anything. We have no idea. Make meaningful distinctions. Same case. Increase factor. Does it increase all factors? You know what factor? Use pronounceable names. So something like TF, you cannot speak it out loud. So if you read a piece of code and you stumble upon TF, you get immediately stuck while reading it. Use searchable names. Lose condition here. If it is in fact the condition where the player will lose, and you will try to find out, oh, where is the part of the code where the lose condition is defined, and you're trying to search for it, you will not find it in your code. That's why it should be written correctly. And if you have functions, they should include a verb. We look at functions in the next video. So let's see how to apply these rules in practice. So first up, you immediately see T has a name now, it's trash. We have a little explanation here, it's the amount of trash in the room. Perfect. This is now immediately graspable. If you read a line of code and it has trash in it, you exactly know, okay, this is something is happening to the trash. Likewise, the increase factor is now the trash increase factor. So you know explicitly that the trash is being increased and nothing else. Of course, you also have to use the variable like this in the code. Lose condition is now searchable. If you want to know at what point the player loses, you can type lose condition into the search bar and it will come up. Removability also cleared up. Score, that was already pretty good, but now we also have an explanation here. It's the player score. Tick frequency, I would have never guessed this was the case. Tick frequency itself also still a little bit unclear. We have here an explanation, but this is a name, for example, that could be further clarified still. This is just a thing of consistency. If you are naming an array, also use plural when naming the term, because unlike trash, for example, or rather unlike a function where it is very clear in the text that it is a function because it is always followed by brackets, opening and closing. With arrays, it is not clear from just reading the text that it is an array you're working with. So a handy rule of thumb in this case is if it's a single variable, use singular. If it is an array, use plural.